So the title of my talk this morning is The Yellow Brick Road. Guess what we're going to be starting this morning? A series that's based on the movie and based on a book. The movie is called The Wizard of Oz. The book is a book written by Jean Houston called The Wizard of Us. And it's rather unique in many ways that the main character in the movie and the main character in the book is Dorothy, a girl, a heroine. Don't have too many of those, not in the 1939. We need more of that, would you not say? And we're starting to see evidence and desire for those kinds of changes. And she's a heroine that accomplishes and is victorious, not by violence, not by force, but by her natural capacity to care, to cooperate, to be compassionate, to be loving. Don't you think that might be a better way to live as a human family on this planet? I think that deserves a round of applause as well. Yeah. It's a mythic story. As adults, we watch it and we see something different in it than when children just watch it as a children's story. It's a mythic story. It is filled with archetypes, and that's what we're going to study together as we explore The Wizard of Us. We're going to look at the different archetypes. So in case it's been a while since you have read the book or seen the movie and have totally forgotten what The Wizard of Oz is about, I want to tell you just a few of the pieces, and we'll explore some of the starting points in this mythic story, this hero's story. So of course it's a story of Dorothy, a young girl who is in love with her dog Toto, but is not so in love with her life. She's not very happy where she is in Kansas. It doesn't seem like anybody really understands her, and she longs for something different. But it is so important for us as we go through this and as we remember these various pieces that all of them point to something inside of us and can help us in our own hero's journey. That very term, hero's journey, was, I don't know if it was coined by, but it was certainly popularized by Joseph Campbell. In his research and work, he identified 12 very specific stages of the hero's journey. I'm not going to go into them here. Jean does a good job of that in the book. So we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And what does that mean? We are off to explore our own individual capacity for more potential and for greatness. You know, nobody signs up to incarnate in this life experience to be insignificant. And so the Wizard of Oz is that great mythic journey for us. And as I've said, it's very unique in that at the center of this story is a young girl. And I think that should be held high in our minds, because I think it points to the value of and the importance of each of us, men and women, recognizing the power and the beauty and the sacredness of the divine feminine energy within us. And too long in our culture, not just our country, but too long in the family of humanity, we have buried the divine feminine. We have undervalued it. And we must begin to value it and to raise it up, because within the divine feminine energy are the qualities of cooperation and compassion and kindness and whole picture thinking. It is the heart, and we need that. By the same token, we also need to heal the wounded masculine within every man and within every woman, because both of these energies reside in each and every one of us. And when we can elevate and balance and recognize both and have both come into service in our lives individually and in all the ways that we make choices and decisions collectively, we will bring forth a world that works for everyone with no one and nothing left behind. So let us not ignore or undervalue the mythical and metaphysical significance of Dorothy being the key figure in this story. It points to something that's so timely right now, that we need to challenge ourselves individually and collectively to to bring a new kind of thinking to the issues and problems that we're facing in the world. Einstein said this when he said, "We cannot solve the world's problems on the same level of consciousness we had when we created them." Dorothy asks Glenda and says to the Good Witch of the North that she wants to go back home. How do I go back home? And a really important piece that Glenda gives her right from the start is the idea that, well, you can get home, but you can't get there the way you came.
Thanks for listening. The Unity Center, transforming lives and healing our world. Check us out Sundays at 9 and 11. Subscribe to our podcasts and download our free app for instant access to a wealth of spiritual teachings, services, and events.